it's Rhea. Wherever you are and whatever time it is, I hope you are enjoying yourself. So, a little while ago, actually it's been like since mid-August, I noticed something kind of exciting. We've hit 100 subscribers on this YouTube channel, so I just wanted to say thank you so much for each and every one of you that has been joining me along my little art journey. And yeah, so to celebrate that, I figured that I could go ahead and reintroduce myself since it's been over 2 years since my last Meet the Artist. I think I did it in 2020. So yeah, in this video I'll be talking about myself, which is like, as a Leo, you know, kinda hard for me to stop doing. I'm kidding. But no, I'll be talking about myself as an artist while you guys see like the screen recorded footage of me putting this together. So right now we're going over the beginning part, which you're seeing my little thumbnails that I made for how I wanted the pose to look, and as much as I like both of them, I actually went with the left. I like the hand pose. I think like I was trying to figure out what would be the most accurate way to capture myself, and I was like, I feel like the hand pose is very like, it's a little bit more playful, and I feel like that matches my personality. So right now it's a time-lapse from Procreate, but I will go into the screen recorded version where I use like a screen recording app on my iPad, and you can see sort of like, not in real time, it's gonna be sped up actually. So and also in regards to that, do be careful. I don't think there's like a ton of flashing and stuff this time, but if you feel like that's something that you're worried about, you're prone to like having, you know, unfortunate experiences with flashing lights, then please do feel free to just use this as like a podcast. You can listen along or something. But another thing for the process, so really the only things that you're gonna see me draw, I'm about to go into the screen recording mode after, I think after I get this in like the sketch phase or whatever, because like right now I'm doing that color blocking thing that I have yet to make a video about explaining what it is or how I do it. But after I do that and I jump into line art, that's whenever it goes into the screen recording. So yeah, but I only really draw out myself, and I also draw out the what's in my bag items, but that's because everything else I pretty much do in Adobe Illustrator. And I did this for 2 reasons. One of them is because my handwriting, as you can see, is atrocious, even though I'm clearly not trying to like write well here. At the beginning I was just trying to like get an idea for where I wanted each and everything to be, like placement wise, and I knew I was pretty much gonna just do all of that in Adobe Illustrator because that's what I use. Also, for the reason of 2, I'm a designer. I also am like, I've studied graphic design, that's what I went to school for, so like I decided it'd be kind of cool to like put the 2 things that I mostly pursue in life hand in hand. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I think it'd be cool if I did art and design on this, you know, because that way I would be like showcasing both of my skills, since those are the 2 main things that I've been pursuing throughout my life. But that's not to say that this is gonna look like the best thing you've ever seen from an artist or a designer. I feel like design I'm even more new at as opposed to art, because I've been drawing like a lot longer than I have been learning about design and stuff. But nevertheless, I do think if nothing else it helped to do all of the words and placement stuff in Illustrator, because it's like you just want it to look neat and presentable, and like everything's legible and cohesive. That's the main thing. And can I just say how incredibly meticulous it is to it's like, I think art can be difficult, but so can design. Honestly, it might just be because I'm an overthinker, so it's like I'm an overthinker, and like because of that, in a way, somewhat of a perfectionist. So I'm like, oh my god, okay, I need to fix this. No, now I need to fix this. Okay. So it's like I'm out here trying to figure out the font, trying to figure out like the spacing between each thing, trying to figure out like how I'm going to, like, there's just a lot more that goes into it than I would normally think, and that most people probably normally think. Especially when it comes to design. So, but I think overall it did pretty well. Like this matches kind of like what my branding is. So yeah, I don't know if that would be an interesting thing for you guys to see, because I did consider like recording the process, but I was like, I don't know how long this is gonna take. I haven't opened Illustrator in a hot minute, so I might be all over the place. Okay, I think that is just about it for I guess like the process wise. If you have any questions though, feel free to comment and I can answer them. But getting to me, I guess. Everything's already displayed up here, so I'm just gonna be like going through it. Obviously it's not gonna look this janky, hopefully, by the time I'm done, but yeah, all the information is pretty much there. So talking about me. So hello, my name is Rhea. My pronouns are she, her. And I'm currently 24. I had to think about it for a second, because like, does anyone else forget what their age is sometimes? I think ever since 2020, like my brain just stopped working when it comes to time, so yeah, but I'm 24 currently. My birthday was in August. August 8th is my actual birthday. That's why my favorite number is 8. As you can see, based on the flag, I am American. African American, you can just say black, but yeah, unfortunately, I live in America, so based off of my Myers-Briggs personality test, the personality test that everybody does, based off that, I am an INFJ, specifically an INFJT. And my personality type is supposedly an advocate. I had to check on, like, I had to check my phone. I had to go through my screenshots, because everything when it comes to like personality tests, alignment tests, blah blah blah, I always have to like screenshot it to remember it, because otherwise I'm like, I don't know. How do y'all even remember this stuff? Is it that important? Because I forget all the time. The only thing I don't really forget is my star sign, because I am a Leo. And I put Leo/Tiger because for the Chinese zodiac, I was born in the year of the tiger, which is this current year as well. Happy Year of the Tiger, although it's already it's almost over. But yeah, and I'm an artist and also a graphic designer. I currently do graphic design like full time. However, I very much so wish to continue pursuing art and maintaining being an artist. So my favorite food is ramen. I love a lot of foods though. I love so many foods. This is very important to me. But ramen is like going to an actual ramen bar is just so fun. Or like a restaurant, I don't know. I just love it so much. The fact that it's just like noodles and soup. I love carbs. That's all you need to know really. I just love carbs. Noodles, specifically bread. Bread is everything. Okay, anyways. And I put for my fun fact this time, I think this was my same fun fact last time, except it was just French and Korean, but I have slightly touched on French, Korean, and Japanese. Dare I say Spanish? But that was for a very short period of time. And none of these I've really retained. I'm gonna try to continue learning Japanese, but like kanji's kind of kicking my ass. That's all I need to know. I think if I can like keep a continuous learning schedule, I might retain something. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. But and just to talk about, I guess, why and how I got into art. I mean, I've been doing art for like, I've always liked drawing, like as long as I can remember, but I definitely went like in and out of like drawing, not for any other reason other than like my fear of what other people expect from me, I guess, or like what I feel like I should be doing. Well, that, and then also just like, I don't know, I guess I found it intimidating back then. I was like, man, everyone else is so good. I don't know if I should continue doing this. Like, what's the point? But then I was like, wait, I like drawing. Like, that's all I need. That's all that matters. That's the only reason why I need to continue doing it, so. But yeah, I had that epiphany at the end of high school, and then I went on to college. And I want to say that's whenever I continued picking up doing it a lot more frequently, and then like thinking about posting on social media and stuff. So I think like that's like the past maybe 5 to 6 years I have like picked up on it tremendously compared to like the ups and downs that I would have in like middle school, high school. But I will say I have never pursued art not full-heartedly, because I am putting in as much as I can into it, but it's always like it's not my career right now. That's the easiest way and the most straightforward way to put it. I did not go to school to study art to become an artist. I went to school, like I said, to become a designer, and that was because I wasn't I guess I just didn't have the confidence to say, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna be an artist, like that's it, I'm gonna just do it. I didn't really have any kind of support around me for that, and my mental at the time was still like hardly strong enough to just hold up myself as a person, let alone like let myself pursue like the things that I genuinely wanted to, because I was like, can I really do that? Like, can I actually get away with that? I don't know if I can do it, so you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and learn about graphic design because I think that's a good compromise. It still lets me be creative and it's still something that I'm interested in doing for the sake of money, but I felt like it was something that was a lot more easy for me to find a job in, and two, it wasn't something that I needed to have the most outstanding skill set for, if that makes sense. Because I think what it really came down to was like, okay, if I wanted to be an artist, I would have to like go through so many things and like really push myself in order to like have the best art skills I could ever have. And at that point, it was like, I'm already in college, you know? I'm looking back at people like younger than me that already have like double the skills that I currently have. It almost feels like it's too late for me. At least that was what was in my head at the time. So I was like, well, can I really put in that kind of energy? And then another thing is like, if I did go all out, what if I do all of that and I'm still, that's like still not good enough for me to get a job as an artist? And like, I don't know, I guess that thought just kind of like terrified me, and it's like rightfully so. I think many people have gone through that, and like I said, on top of not having any kind of support group or anything, I didn't really have that many peers that were going into art. I didn't really have like support from family on that, so I was like, I guess I'll just go with graphic design. And so I did, and I can't really say that that's a bad thing, because like I said, I am very grateful for like all the things that I'm learning as a designer, and I think that's things that could definitely help me in the future. But it's like, I'm still in that in-between of like, when is it, like, do I want to make art my career? And two, when would that be? And what does that look like, I guess? That's kind of the things that I am still thinking of today. So, well, yeah, I hope that answers like how much I've been doing art over the years. It's kind of like so. If it helps, I started doing like digital art consistently and with like my own actual drawing tablets since 2018. I started out using Psy around then, oh gosh, and I will say like my growth in that has been pretty interesting too. I think it's also a lot easier now as an adult because I can put in the resources that I wasn't able to receive whenever I was younger. That's not to like throw shade towards like my parents or anything, it's just like I'm able to, if I want something to help me with what I'm trying to pursue, I can go get that for myself. It doesn't have to be like this whole like, oh, well, are you really gonna use it? I don't know how helpful this is gonna be to you. You know, it's like I currently have the power and the means to get myself whatever it is that I need in order to achieve what I want, if that makes sense. So yeah, but that also goes to say that like another thing that I want to do is see about taking some kind of classes in the future, or at least just like educating myself more and more on art with the resources that are out there now, because there's a lot more resources than there used to be. And I've always referred to myself as like a self-taught artist because yes, I have taken courses like maybe here and there throughout high school and college, but I have literally taken like, I want to say less than 7 classes on art my entire life. And I mean like, it's been the most vague stuff. It's like I've taken like the basic, it's like the art classes that like non-art majors take, or the classes that like kids that really don't care about art but they want to just have a free elective in high school, like those kinds of classes. So it's not even like I'm going into like, oh, here's really in-depth stuff about perspective and background and anatomy, blah blah blah. it's like by the time I got to college and I did take the 2 art classes there, it was mostly because I understood that stuff from my own efforts to find resources online and my own efforts to keep drawing and figure out what it was that I was lacking. And then whenever the opportunity arrived in those classes, I could then apply that new information and better myself at art. So yeah, I don't think like the whole self-taught artist thing is like such a, like, I don't think it's a brag, but I don't think it's like the worst thing ever, I guess. I think it's just kind of like a neutral thing, you know? It all depends on what you do with it, but I personally would love to take more classes because I feel like, you know, my art isn't up to par. It's not where I want it to be. It's not terrible, but it's not where I want it to be. And I feel like I'm one of those people, I love learning things, so I would love to take mini classes on all the things that I feel like I want to get better at. And it's like, how else can you improve if not through like lessons or like through some kind of like new information, if that makes sense. So yeah, to recap, I've pretty much been interested in art as long as I've been alive, but I've been drawing consistently, I want to say ever since I was a freshman in college, so my first year at college, and then in 2018, that's whenever I picked up digital art consistently. And yeah, but I still continue to draw digitally and traditionally because I find both of them enjoyable. I do think I'm better at traditional art from the nature of me doing it my entire life, but yeah, and I like drawing mostly characters, but there's tons of things that I'd love to like get better at. I just think characters are like super fun. It's enjoyable to like work with drawing people, so that's like my go-to, but I'm open to lots of different things. Okay, moving on. I talked about it a lot more than I expected to, and I still have like a lot of other things I wanted to touch on. Also, while we're going through this time-lapse, or screen recording, my bad, of my like drawing myself, I guess, I just wanted to point out that my hair is currently not like that. It did look like that before, and it's so cute because it reminds me of Ramda from Hypnosis Mike. But before that, it was actually like a pastel rainbow hair color. Kind of reminds me of Rainbow Fish, to be honest. But yeah, but neither of those are like how it currently looks, because I'm about to actually dye it dark purple at the front. So it's probably gonna look almost all black. So cool. Literally nobody asked. Why did I just share that? Okay, well, moving on to the meaning behind my name. So like, why is my name Etheria? Which it's so funny because I'm like, did I screw up my branding by choosing this name? Because so many people have the hardest time trying to pronounce it, and I'm like, it's just Etheria. Etheria. It's like ethereal. That's it. That's the It's essentially ethereal plus Rhea, which is like kind of like a nickname for me that I kind of want to become my actual name. So yeah, it's literally just those two together, and it's because it's like I really like the word ethereal, and Etheria is like, it's like a persona that serves as like the embodiment of my dreams. It's very magical girl, card captor Sakura-esque, and I like a lot of fantasy things, and I adore pretty much anything related to clouds, skies, and stars. And actually, like, I've always had that theme. It's like, growing up as a very small child, I liked the name Star. I'd always put it on, like, whenever I was playing Pokemon, I'd use that as my name. And then as a teen, I had my online friends refer to me as Sky, and a lot of them still do to this day, and it just feels natural to me. And then for a certain period of time, I was called Cosmic because my username was like Cosmic Cat, and then, but now we're at Etheria, and I feel like that is the most me that I could ever be, so I really like it. I love when people call me Rhea, so it just makes me really happy. Because I'm like, oh yeah, that feels like me. I feel like that makes sense. So yes, I am very much an enthusiast for otherworldly, beautiful, magical things. So yeah, that's why I say it's like a persona that serves as like the embodiment of my dreams, because everything beautiful and everything hopeful and shining and just wondrous, I guess. I don't know if that's a word, but all of that, if I put it together, It's like that would be what I would want. What I would want to be, what I'd want to have surrounded around me. That's what I wish for. And to go into the quote that is at the bottom or underneath me at the end, you can't see it now, but you'll see it towards the end. It says, "To dream is a lovely and magical thing. Happiness is whenever dreams are brought to life." That is not a quote that I don't think anyone else has said. I mean, they might have, but trademark, I'm kidding. I just was going through my notes one time, because I write a lot. I write a lot of my feelings out and stuff, because I feel like it helps me regulate my brain. And one time I said that, and I was like, I feel like that's pretty spot on with how I feel. Also, I just wanted to add a quote to feel like I'm a Hypnosis Mike character. Anyway. But yeah, I think that's something I genuinely can stand by as a person. I think dreams are a really important thing. I love whenever they are, they serve as like the muse for like songs or stories, things like that. I think, yeah, dreams are pretty essential. And it's like, even if it's not something big, to wish for something, that's a very special thing. And happiness is when dreams are brought to life. Because if you think about it, it's like, well, yeah, you're happy whenever you achieve the things that you've always wished for. That's pretty, like, significant. And it's like I said, dreams don't have to be something big. It can literally just be like, man, I really want to try souffle pancakes. And then think about it all the time, and you're like, ooh, how exciting. And then you finally get to try it, and you're like, wow, this is the best thing in the entire world. I was right for wanting this, and now I have it, and now I want to experience it all the time. Am I projecting right now? Yes. But anyway, to go on to my likes and dislikes, which as you can see I put in French. I tried to incorporate some kind of like some examples of like each language that I've somewhat learned. So the like and dislike, it's j'adore and déteste. Is it déteste actually, girl? I forgot, hold on. Or is it just déteste? Because déteste, like both of those words are actually just in English, because to adore something is to like something, and then to detest something is to hate something. So I mean, it's not that profound. Anyways, and as you can see right now, I'm writing in Hangul, so there's that. And then I think on the melon pan, that's like for like the what's in my bag part, I like write that out in katakana? Yes, I write it out in katakana, so your girl's educated. I'm kidding. I don't know anything, I'm so sorry. Okay, but the things that j'adore. I love sleep. Sleep is probably the only thing that keeps me stable, and yet I still decide to neglect that sometimes. So, but I also like cute things. Obviously, like anything cute, it's just like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm just so weak for it. And it's gotten to the point where it's like, if I see something like incredibly cute, it's like A, I'll want to destroy it, or B, I'll be just like so disgusted by it. But just know that that means I'm greatly in love with it. Okay, it's not that I don't like it, it's that I love it too much and it's making me sick. So, other things, I love music. I was in the top 0.5% of streamers on Spotify. I literally do not stop listening to music. I'm constantly doing it. I'm not trying to listen to y'all, I'm sorry. No, but music actually keeps me really calm, and there's a lot of artists that I love listening to, and I'm really excited to discover more, so yeah. And then obviously I love the sky. I don't know why I put that on there, because I tried to put things on there where it's like, it's not something that you can immediately tell as soon as you like see everything else on the page. So I'm not sure why I put the sky, because like obviously. I love tea. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'll drink it, but I prefer tea. I think I drink chai tea the most, but there's a lot of other teas that I like. And I love fashion. I should really do a lot more fashion studies. Especially lately, I've been wanting to do a ton of them, so. Also, oh my gosh, it's been like New York Fashion Week, then Paris Fashion Week, and I think now we're on Seoul Fashion Week. So like, my brain is aligned. Honestly, I wish I could go to each and every one of those. It sounds so fun. Oh my gosh. But with what money? Or connections? Anyways, so the things that I don't like, capitalism sucks. I think we can all agree on that. Milk, not a fan of milk. And I have to add context to this because if you're gonna see me like draw out that cute strawberry milk and it's like, yes, okay, I like milk when it's flavored, but I'm not a fan of milk by itself. If it's flavored or if it's in something, or milk tea, love that, amazing, great. But milk by itself, like just drinking it from a carton, disgusting, absolutely not. And then, not a fan of ignorance, honestly, like why can't we just be open-minded? Why can't we educate ourselves and do better? Not sure, but also not a fan of worms. Disgusting, once again. They don't do anything. In fact, I'd probably rather encounter a worm than a roach. Oh god, I don't know, I don't like both of them. And it's not like they do anything, they're literally just gross to me. Like, worms are okay. I think I liked them whenever I was a kid, but like, gosh, now, no. And I think that's especially because I don't like maggots, like, or seeing worms all like jumbled up. Disgusting. Literally, no, never in my life. I hate it so much. I don't like mean people or people that are entitled, like just the whole package of being an asshole or being ignorant or disrespectful, anything like that, discriminatory. Like, don't come near me. Don't want to be around you. Hate your vibe. Go away. And then lastly, vomiting. I think throwing up is disgusting. And I mean that for like me. I don't like throwing up, and I don't like being around anyone else throwing up. I'm so sorry. If you do that near me, like, I'm gonna run away. Even if you're dying, I'm running away. I'm so sorry. And also, this is like going off on a tangent, but I've been reading a ton of Chainsaw Man lately. I actually finished, like, I caught up to the manga, and also the anime just aired, so yay! But the amount of people vomiting in Chainsaw Man, like, all the time, I'm like, what is going on? This is so disgusting. I hate it here. This is so gross. Please get me out. Like, y'all are gonna see in the first, like, if y'all watch the anime of Chainsaw Man, there's something that happens in, like, the very early stage, and it's just so gross. I'm like, I hate it. I hate that for me. As for what's in my bag, this is not always what I take, but this is, like, my general go-tos whenever I'm going somewhere for, like, a little bit. So obviously I'm gonna have my sketchbook, and I have my AirPods. I call them fake AirPods because it's like they're just wireless earbuds basically. But they're lilac because I love purple. I don't think I talked about this. Purple is my favorite color. You might think it's blue, you might think it's pink, but it's purple. And I take my pencil bag, of course. I take like both my sketchbook and like traditional art stuff, and then I take my iPad with me because I don't know which one I might want to do. And in case my iPad dies, at least I can always draw traditionally. And then I need sunshades because I'm a light sensitive ass bitch. I cannot go outside without shades. And usually I have a tasty drink and a tasty snack. So as you can see here, I have the strawberry flavored milk and melon pan, which I have not had melon pan in a long time. It's really good, I love it. So I need to find it somewhere. This is kind of insane. But I've had a milk bun. I was thinking of putting that there instead, but both are really good. I love bread. Anyways, and then my Sanrio wallet. That's not what it looks like, but I just figured to doodle something on it so you could tell. And last but not least is my Nintendo Switch, which I recently got for my birthday. So I've been enjoying it a lot. I've been playing Pokemon Diamond, but I'm looking towards Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in the future, maybe. So yeah, that's all I got. Really not that interesting of a person, but I like art, and I feel like I'm overall pretty chill. I started this channel back in 2019, and now we're at 100 subscribers, which it feels so weird because it's like, I know that's a big number, right? But then it's like, obviously if I compare it to other people, I'd be like, oh, well, that's not as big. But at the same time, it's like not about that at all, really. And that's why it's important for me to cherish each and every last bit of any kind of affection and genuine support towards me and what I do. I'm always thankful for it. So if it's just like you watching a video, whether you're subscribed or not, or if you're catching me on Twitch whenever I live stream, if you're like liking any of my stuff on Instagram, like it could be anything. Any and everything I'm thankful for, because like it's just something I can never take for granted. I don't even like my art a lot of the times. I feel like I could be improving much more, and maybe then I'm worth looking at. But people that see me right now for who I am, they appreciate that, and they appreciate me, and they are telling me to go for my dreams. Like, what more could I be thankful for than that, you know? So anyways, I feel like I've talked a lot and we're about to close out soon, so yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, and in the future I plan on doing a lot more of things. Like I said, art, it's not something that's ever gonna be something that I put on the back burner until the end of time, the end of my existence, really. So I'm dedicated to this, and it's just because it's what I enjoy, and I would like to share that with you guys. And I think if I made, like, I don't have huge goals, really. I just want to have like a nice community where we can all share you know, our hopes and dreams with each other and cheer each other on, and just have nice positive energy is what I feel like I need, what this world needs, a little bit of everything. So aside from pursuing YouTube and other social media, I do intend on improving at art, putting up a shop at some point, hopefully. Hopefully soon. Like, why have I not done that? What the heck? Anyway, and learning lots of other things. I want to learn 2D live rigging for Twitch and getting like a VTuber model up, and then I want to learn animation. There's just tons of stuff to learn. As I've talked enough in this video, I will leave you with the outro. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed your time here today, please feel free to leave a like. If you're interested to see more of my content, you can always check out my other videos and subscribe. For reference, if you're new, I am Rhea or Etheria, and I like making art and art-related content on my channel. Hi, this is actually a pretty good first video for you. I do try to post weekly videos, but if you'd like more timely updates, you can always check out my other social media linked in the description and also at the end of the video, primarily Twitch and Twitter. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching and for 100 subscribers, and I wish you a nice rest of your time zone, and yeah, take care.